Good afternoon, sophomores. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. And I hope that you have been getting through that note-taking graphic organizer, reasons 1, 2, and 3. I wanted you guys to have that done by today, so you still have some time. I'm not worried about that, but I am going to be going through them over like to probably tomorrow. I'll be going through each one of your guys's graphic organizer and just making some notes off to the side where I see that you might want to add something or change something, or if you're missing in-text citations, anything like that. So I do want to point out that you guys need to remember you have to have in-text citations, whether it is in your own words or if it's direct quoted. So remember that in-text citations for everything that you get from somewhere else, okay? The other thing that I want to talk about today is your counterpoint paragraph, okay? I asked you guys to do your 3 reasons. We're going to leave the introduction alone still. We're going to leave the conclusion alone still. We're still working in that body of the paragraph, or body of the paper, sorry. So we're going to look at the counterpoint paragraph today, okay? The counterpoint is looking at the other perspective. I asked you guys when you were looking for your sources to find at least one source that shows an argument for the other side. Okay. I want you guys to have that because it's a lot easier to understand where the other side is coming from. And then to be able to refute it effectively if you know what argument they're making, okay? You only want to have one counter argument. I have students sometimes that are like, I could do 2 or 3 counter arguments and really kind of smash down their argument effectively. But what you're doing if you're giving them too much of their side, even if you're trying to refute it right away, it's showing them that there are more arguments to that other side, okay? You are making your argument on your side. You are giving them one little piece, that counterpoint paragraph. You'll have just a little part at the top, the little blurb where you're giving them, this is what some people might say. However, smacking them down, this is why they're wrong. Okay. So one could argue that, and you are going to follow again on this thing, on this graphic organizer. What does it say over on this side? How am I refuting it on, or how am I going to write that over here? Okay, this whole thing, the whole counterpoint paragraph, you're starting at that topic sentence, basically saying, one might argue that, some people might say that, whatever it is, okay? So you're giving them the opportunity to feel heard. However, you're breaking down their argument before they fully have a chance to form it, okay? So that first box is giving them that. The second box is looking at, here's the weakness, including a quote or an example to support your stance. So this would be where you would go into your evidence, into your sources, pull a quote, pull something that you are going to paraphrase or summarize. Remember, you can only have 4 quotes total, okay? So the rest of your information should be summarized, paraphrased, and you do have to cite it. Okay, and then down below that, you'll have your 3 sentences to back up your stance. This can be summarized or paraphrased from your sources as well. Okay, so all of that information is going to refute that topic sentence up there that you are giving the counterpoint, their side, and then the rest of that paragraph is spent showing why they're wrong. Okay. It strengthens your argument because it shows them that you're willing to consider their side. However, you're also willing to do the research to show how that argument is ineffective. Okay. So I had a couple people email me and ask me what would be a good counter argument for this. Okay. So here's my advice in terms of choosing which counter argument you want to use for this paper. Okay. I want you to, first of all, look at your sources. That's where you're going to find it. Okay. There will be probably one thing that pops out to you. I don't want you to choose like a tiny little thing. I don't want you to choose like the biggest argument that they would have, but I also don't want you to choose something that's like dinky either, because then they're going to be like, well, yeah, you can refute that one, but what about this one? Okay, so you want to choose something that's kind of in the middle of those. Okay, if there are multiple counter arguments in your resources, you're going to choose one that you have the most evidence to refute it. Okay, so what do your sources say to refute each one of those counter arguments, and then choose the one that is most effectively refuted by your sources. Okay, if you have questions about that, or if you have something specific that you want to run by me, shoot me an email. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you can give me like the counter argument that you're thinking about doing and kind of the evidence that you have to like support it, or if you can give me a couple of counter arguments that you're thinking about doing, and then kind of laying out what evidence you have. That would help me to be able to effectively kind of guide you the way that I think you should go that will be most effective for your paper. Okay, so be thinking about that. I am making this due on Monday, and here's why. Friday is going to be a PIR day, okay? So you guys don't have school on Friday technically, okay? I'm going to be doing some online like meetings and classes. So I'll be doing that. You guys have Friday off. However, should this counterpoint paragraph be taking you 5 days? No. It should take you maybe today, right? Or tomorrow. But I want you guys to spend some quality time with your independent book project, okay? I know some of you guys are not where you need to be with it. We only have a couple of weeks till it's due, you guys. Technically, it's due May 6th. I know some of you guys have finished your book. That's awesome. You're sitting in a good place then, and you can write your summary, work on your project. Most of you guys have told me what projects you're going to do. I think there's a few of you that haven't. So I will be emailing people today and tomorrow. I'm going to try to email every one of my students and just say, this is where you're at. This is what I'm missing from you. If you could give me this information, I'd really appreciate it. So we can kind of see where everything is and kind of feel it out a little bit. But I want you to spend that time with the independent book project, okay? So we have the counter paragraph. That's not going to take a ton of time. There's only 3 boxes to fill out here. I can help you with it if you email me. However, you do have 5 days here. Spend some time with your independent book project, okay, you guys? I don't want this to be something that is going to hold you back in any way. I just want you guys to kind of continue that process that we've been going through. And I don't know how many of you guys have maintained kind of working on it at least once a week since you've been at home. So keep that in mind. I want you guys to be working on that. That's why I'm giving you guys a little bit of extra time with this counterpoint paragraph so that you can work through the boxes on here. I still am not wanting you guys to transfer anything into an actual paper format until after I go through and make comments on what you've done in terms of reasons 1, 2, and 3. On Monday, I will go through talk introduction and conclusion. Okay, so that's where we're sitting right now. Counterpoint paragraph due on Monday. Get that done and spend some quality time with your independent book project. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? I will put a question out there for you to throw them out at me. Feel free to email me. Feel free to text me. Do whatever you can in terms of getting a hold of me. I would be happy to answer any questions or to talk anything out with you guys. I've had a few of you guys that have done that with me, just sent me an email like, this is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think? And I've been able to kind of work through some stuff with you guys. If you are in that position, please, please, please reach out to me so that we can get through some stuff. I also have some of you guys that are a bit behind right now. If you are one of those people, like I said, I'm going to be emailing everybody. So I'll be doing that. But if you feel stressed out, if you are like, I don't know what is going on right now, please reach out to me. Email me. Let me know. We are working through this. We've been working through it pretty slow. But we are working through a pretty significant paper here. And I want you guys to feel like you have accomplished it, like you have been able to do this and to do it effectively. So if you are struggling and you don't know what's going on or whatever, please, please, please reach out to me so that we can fix that. Okay. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and I will talk to you later. I'll send your emails. I'll send you another video on Monday. Have a good day, you guys.